to the Ultimate Seattle Sports Show. Alongside Chris Egan, I'm Paul Sylvie. Thank you for looking in this morning. The Mariners have flipped the script on the road record. They started the season 1-8 on the road, but they just wrapped up a trip to St. Louis and Minnesota, Chris. 5-1 on that trip.
What a road trip. What a time to be in the PNW. Sun's out, guns out. We got the pythons over here, the Gardner Snakes right here, and we're ready to rock. Paul, right out of the gates, attitude, gratitude, a big thanks to everybody out there. We're only 8 shows in, Paul. I'm getting a lot of fun vibes out there. Numbers are looking good. I'm going to just say we're the #1 show in the Pacific Northwest right now. Thanks to all of our guests. The guys.
Chris likes to embellish.
I like to pump it up. I got to give a shout out Alex and Aiden behind the scenes, and Michael, who's putting all this great stuff on video demand for us. So a shout out to them. But it's a big day. Weather's heating up, Paul. There's some news heating up. There's some possible Seahawks ownership news.
Possibility, yeah.
Possible news on social media. We're going to break into that, Paul. That's coming up. But, you know, you mentioned it right out of the gates. The Mariners right now red hot like the weather right now, Paul.
All right, let's take a look at what's on tap as we get through that thick stuff. We'll take a closer look at the red hot Cole Young, spelled as C-O-A-L. He has been smoking. Great to have longtime Mariners broadcaster Brad Adam on the show. We'll talk to Brad about a number of topics, including the latest on the injury to Matt Brash and the honoring of Randy Johnson this weekend. And what's on tap for your nicknames, your top nicknames for Mariners, past and present. Later in the show, we'll reveal our Ultimate 5. And as the Seahawks rookies report to camp today, we'll break down some of the top prospects. But before we get to football, let's talk baseball. One name is jumping off the page right now for the Mariners, Cole Young, Chris.
I absolutely love it, Paul. I'm going to throw these stats. During this 6-game road swing, Cole Young, 11 for 22, home run, 2 doubles, 5 runs scored, and 8 RBI. Paul, he is also getting clutch hits in high leverage spots. Baseball geeks love this. Cole Young is 367% better than the league average. 367% better when the game is on the line. Here's Dan Wilson on Cole Young coming through in the clutch with 2 strikes on him.
He's been a really tough 2-strike hitter, and again, it goes back to being patient. I think number one, he doesn't let the game speed up on him. He's got really good control of his emotion, the moment doesn't seem too big for him, which is key, which is huge. And then being able to see the pitch and let it get deep enough and not chase, and he's not afraid to go the other way with it. And he's done it several times for us, and almost every time he has used middle of the field, and it's just been a really good at-bat.
And Paul, last season, by the way, Cole Young hit .211. He ended in a slump, did not get time in the playoffs. So the question everybody's asking right now, Paul, what happened to Cole Young? Well, Dan Wilson addressed that yesterday. He says he simply went to work.
You look at the offseason that he had, and we've talked about it a lot in spring training, but I think that rolled a lot of his confidence along. And then, getting into spring training, feeling much better physically, and then getting off to a good start like this, and defensively just doing the job over and over again. I mean, all those things play into his confidence, but I think it all did start with the offseason that he had, and hats off to him. I mean, that's huge. That's everything. And a lot of times in this game, you can't rely on results to give you confidence. But I think he found a lot of confidence in the things that he did this offseason.
No question about it. It is time now to bring in the first person to talk to Cole Young after yesterday's win. A man who's been calling Mariners games for over 25 years.
Paul, are we sure that somebody on the team didn't talk to him before, or was Brad out? Did he run out there before all the Mariners players?
Brad gets the exclusives, Chris. Brad Adam, my man, welcome to the show. Listen, we appreciate you jumping on as always.
Happy to be here. I got to be honest, guys. In the clubhouse, there was more than one player, looking at their phones, watching our show that we did last week.
Oh,
so people, the players are starting to kind of pick up and understand what's going on with the show. I'm excited about it. Well, you guys are doing great.
And it looks like you've upped your backdrop as well, too. I mean, you're no longer in the kids' room.
No, they kicked me out after they saw the episode. So I'm down here in the dining room, kitchen area. So my goal is that, if I come on I'm going to try to be in a different room each time I come on. Now, not a big house, so it's not going to take very long. But
Listen,
soon
man,
I'll be in the garage or something.
Yeah, well, we'd like to have you here on the set. We get you a nice customized recliner for yourself, and you'd be real comfortable for the whole hour.
That would be good. And Chris, food?
Oh, anything you want, Brad.
If I come in, okay.
Just send me what you want. I'll have it here for you.
We got to up our green room game.
Kind of
that's
brunch
for sure.
food, I'm thinking, Chris. But we'll see, yeah.
All right, Brad, let's start with Cole Young. 6 straight games with an RBI. He joins only Griffey and A-Rod to accomplish that feat at just 22 years old. What do you make of the streak he's on?
It's really impressive. And you guys, talked about last year and how he ended up, not on the playoff roster. I mean, it was eye-opening for him last year. He just was not ready to withstand the rigors of a full season. He really wore down at the end, and he just wasn't able to produce. So this offseason, you heard Dan talk about it, and you guys talked about it as well. Just him really getting after it, putting on good weight, just understanding what it takes to be a big leaguer for 162 games, how to prepare every day. And so it's a new look Cole. He really went after it hard defensively as well. Talking to him yesterday before the game, he said he's most proud of his defense and how he's in on every pitch, and the mental part of defense, what you can control. He's really upped his game and really proud about that. Certainly likes what he's doing offensively, too. I mean, coming through in the 7th and the 9th yesterday, it was fun to watch. And a guy who is now hitting lefties really well, something he couldn't really do last year. He worked hard in the spring on that. He's got off to a great start hitting lefties. It was very telling, right? In the 9th inning, they left the righty in when they had lefty Rogers ready to go to face Cole Young. They figured, lefties, righty, it doesn't really matter right now. And he came through again in the 9th inning. He called it kind of an ugly hit, but hey, any 2-run single to win it, that's a good hit.
No, there's no ugly hits in baseball. And what I love right now, Brad, is we heard the word from Dan Wilson a lot early on when they were struggling a bit was, hey, we're getting traffic. We're just not getting that traffic in. That road series, I mean, you were there. Great to see just some timely hitting from everybody on that roster right now.
And we keep waiting, right? We keep saying, the 2, 3, 4 haters got to get going. And they did a little bit on the road, but it's been everybody that's coming through, not just Cole Young. JP with the home run yesterday. Naylor had the walk-off, or not a walk-off, but a late inning home run. The sweep in St. Louis was pretty big to get the offense going, to come back a few times in that series and sweep the Cardinals. I think we're all going to kind of think like that could be a launching point. You can look back at the season and there's just been kind of a ho-hum start, and we know that. But this 5-1 trip feels like that they're turning the corner. The offense is getting more consistent. You see Julio right there starting to heat up as well. He had a game with 3 doubles. So it's certainly going in the right direction. And remember, the first full month of the season we're done, right? April's done for the Mariners. 16-16. So obviously very average, but with 130 games to go. Think about that, 130 games. So just fans relax and watch his team. I think they're going to start to take off a little bit, right?
I agree.
Hey, Brad, when you look at the big 3 there you're talking about and some of these guys, I mean, Julio's game with the 3 doubles was really impressive out of the gate. Mm-hmm. But how about the guys, maybe some unsung heroes and guys like Edward Bizzardo, guys that are getting the job done that maybe a little bit under the radar?
He's a guy that we talked to yesterday. I mean, great start. He picked up a win. He's got an ERA just over 1. And we all know how last year ended. And he was able to turn that, we talked about in the broadcast, he's able to turn that Game 7 in Toronto into a positive because he thought that the team had trust in him to put him in those situations like that Game 7. So now he has confidence in himself. It's a great mindset to think that way, to take a low point and turn it around. And Bizzardo's been fantastic. Canzone had a big hit before Cole Young in that 9th inning. Refsnyder had the first pinch hit home run in St. Louis. Connor Joe is getting some hits. Will Wilson comes in. His first swing as a Mariner is his first home run. So it's really cool to see guys off the bench do it. That one game in St. Louis, they had everybody play. They emptied the bench. That was a really cool team win. The bullpen's been solid. I know we're all kind of worried about Matt Brash, and the question's probably coming. But you're right. You just can't have your 2 or 3 stars do it. You got to have everybody do it. And right now they're starting to click. 1 through 9, maybe 1 through 12 offensively.
Well, let's wait no longer. And I know Paul wants to probably take a shot at yours truly, Brad.
I heard something about that, Egan.
Well, yesterday on this show, I confessed my man crush for Matt Brash. I mentioned how he's unstoppable. The next thing you know, I'm watching the game and they're huddled around him, and I'm like, what is happening right now?
What did you do?
2 pitches.
2 pitches is all it takes, Egan.
Now,
nice job.
You update us here, Brad, on this one, because everybody was waiting to hear from Dan Wilson. Didn't sound bad in the postgame. He had some discomfort with something on his side. They wanted to be careful. He wanted to stay in. What's the latest on Matt Brash today?
He's going in to get some imaging done. He's going to get an MRI on that side. But both, he and Dan Wilson were thinking that it's not super serious, which we hope is the case. After he threw the first pitch, he kind of gave like a shrug on the shoulder and kind of moved it around a little bit. And then the second pitch, he just spiked it and just couldn't throw. So we were thinking, oh my gosh, is this a shoulder? Is it something to do with his Tommy John surgery, something with the elbow again? To hear a side is probably best case scenario, right? It's nothing to do with the arm. So, Bryce Miller suffered the same thing. We haven't seen Bryce yet. So, these obliques, if it is an oblique, and depending on the grade and then the strain, it could be a while. I'm guessing there's going to be an IL stint just to be sure with him. They have been a little bit careful, certainly last year coming back from Tommy John. But he's been fantastic this year. Hadn't allowed a run. He's been great. You just hope he's not going to be out too long.
Yeah, he has been key. Hopefully he is not out long. Let's just say he does miss time. Who steps up in that bullpen and kind of takes his spot in that 7th, 8th inning setup spot?
A good question. I would think Bizzardo would fill that role. I think Cooper Criswell, who they liked him out of the pen,
well.
Picked up the win yesterday. I know it's kind of one of those vulture wins, right? Just one out and he gets the win. I think they would, bring someone up or get someone or something maybe to fill that role as well. But I think with the arms they have right now, I think that they're pretty comfortable and confident that they can fill Matt's role, which again, it's a big hole because you got a man crush on him, rightly so. He's really good, and he's a nice young man, a handsome young man, Chris. I get it all, buddy.
My wife was a little worried after watching the show. I've been very impressed with what he's doing on the mound. I'm not going to do any more of that the rest of the season. Mariner fans, settle down. But since we are on the injury front, need to get it up. This is why we got him, Paul. He's there with the team. He's given us the latest on Matt Brash. Anything new on Brendan Donovan? We start the show talking about Cole Young and how hot he's been, and it was Donovan. When you look back at the first 10 games of the season, who was leading this team on offense, where does he stand right now?
You're right. He was their best player for the first 10 games. He is eligible to come off the IL. It was a couple of days ago. He was in Seattle, did not go on the trip, which is kind of a bummer because he missed St. Louis, which is where obviously he played and was traded from. So he missed those guys there, but he stayed back and he got baseball activity. I love when they say that. He's now doing baseball activity, which is, fielding ground balls and hitting the cage and hitting on the field. So the hope is that it's a short stint and that he's able to come back on this homestand. It's just a 6-game homestand starting tomorrow night with KC. So the hope is he's progressing nicely, and they, again, hope to activate him at some point during the homestand, which will be great because, as good as they've played without him, I think they were 7-3 without him. They're going to be that much better with him.
Hey, man, before we get to break, you got a chance to go to St. Louis. That Busch Stadium has always been just a classic stadium in St. Louis. Go to Minneapolis. You do a lot of traveling with this team, Brad. Is there a favorite stadium and city you like to go to?
For stadiums, it's still Fenway for me. I really enjoy Boston, the fans, that city, and that ballpark. And then after that one, Paul, it's wherever there's like a golf course within 30 minutes that we can play. So I'm good with it. St. Louis there was. So I like Busch Stadium.
Yeah, it's true. Like when you guys get a rare day off on the road, man, that's like a gift, isn't it?
Oh, it is. When we go back, Midwest or East Coast on that off day, we always travel after the game at home. So we have that full day off to get acclimated, our bodies, and the golf, which is nice. So we'll get, 2 or 3 groups to go somewhere and play. And it's just a lot of fun. You get them outside of baseball. You don't talk baseball. You just kind of have some fun and you just enjoy being out and playing some golf. It's fun.
That's why we owe him, Paul. I mean, he gets one day off like a month, and here he is with us.
Seriously, when the baseball season's over, he just disappears.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, guys, this is an off day. But this is good because, as you guys know, I come home and the list is long, chores, and I can't blame the weather. I got to get out with the weather, because I can't say it's raining and
that's right.
The grass keeps growing. It's like, damn, man, come back, lots to do.
If you need
but this is nice.
Paul and I can help out with the edging and the mowing and the weed eating. We'll be over there.
In lieu of you coming on, we'll do some yard work for you.
That's good. I got extra goggles so you guys can wear those. So
Awesome.
Protect safety first, guys.